Imagine waking up every day feeling like the whole world is moving forward, except you. You want to speak, but your voice feels trapped. You want to try, but fear pulls you backward. Confidence isn't something we're born with. It's something we build. And today's story might be the spark you've been missing. Stay with me because the next few minutes could completely shift the way you see yourself. In a bustling city, a hardworking salt seller lived with his wife and 2 sons. The older boy was gentle, quiet, and often lost in his own thoughts, while his younger brother was energetic and outspoken. Because of the older boy's silence, people assumed he lacked intelligence, a judgment that hurt him deeply, but one he never protested against. His father grew increasingly frustrated with his shy behavior, believing it made him weak. Each scolding chipped away at the boy's confidence until even simple tasks made him anxious. As he grew into adulthood, his father asked him to help at the shop. The boy agreed, not out of desire but fear of being seen as a disappointment. His nervousness made him clumsy with customers, and the father's anger only increased. One afternoon, while his father was away, 2 men entered the shop claiming there was an emergency inspection happening in the market. They said they needed to temporarily store the salt sacks for safety checks. The young man hesitated, asked a few timid questions, but lacking the confidence to challenge them, he allowed them to take the goods. When his father returned to find the shelves empty, his anger exploded. "You've ruined everything. I can't trust you with anything." Those words struck deeper than any insult he had heard before. Feeling crushed by shame, the young man left home, wandering toward the quiet riverbank. He wasn't trying to harm himself, but he was ready to give up on life, ready to disappear from the world that kept calling him worthless. Just as he stood near the water, an old traveler resting nearby noticed his trembling hands and distant look. "Son, you seem burdened," the man said, gently guiding him away from the edge. The young man's emotions burst out. "I fail at everything. People think I'm weak. Even my father has lost hope in me." The old man listened quietly, then said, "If you truly believe that's your destiny, then nothing will change. But if you're willing to test yourself, I can teach you something that will rewrite your life." He invited the boy to his small home and asked him to stay for 3 days, promising a lesson that could transform him permanently. Day 1. Facing strangers. The old man instructed him to speak with 10 strangers and write down something interesting about each. Many ignored him, some brushed him off, but he kept going. With each interaction, his voice grew a little steadier. By evening, he had done it, and even discovered people liked talking to him. Day 2. Teaching others. The next day, the mentor asked him to teach a group of kids about the importance of water. The young man panicked. "I don't know enough." But the old man replied, "You know more than they do. Just share that." He spoke nervously at first, then more clearly. And to his surprise, the children listened eagerly. His fear cracked a little more. Day 3. A harder task on the final day. The old man told him, "Go back to your father. Talk to him with honesty, not fear." The young man resisted, terrified. But he eventually went home, apologized sincerely, and expressed a desire to try again. His father, moved by his sincerity, gave him another chance. He returned to the old man, asking for the final secret. The mentor smiled. "You don't need my secret. You lived it." Confidence isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing action despite fear. Years later, that once shy and trembling boy became a respected businessman known for his calm strength. He learned that confidence isn't born, it's built. Step by step, moment by moment. Every time you choose courage over fear, you grow. And the world begins to see you differently because you begin to see yourself differently.